What do you suppose happens if your production is so busy that you can't find time to clean out your scrap metal under your punch press? Well, the scrap is going to eventually build up and it's going to push up those floor plates surrounding the press, and that's going to create a raised lip. And that's dangerous for two reasons. The first reason is that it creates a fall hazard for operators as they approach the press. And the second reason is that as carts crash into this raised lip, parts are going to fly all over the place and you're going to find yourself picking the parts off the ground. And this is exactly what happened to a manufacturer in Ohio. And these two problems evolved into production issues and safety issues. And so the first step was to lift the press with a crane and move it to get access. Now, after the press was moved, the floor plates were removed and the metal scrap could be accessed, exposing a 39-inch deep pit of metal scrap. Now, for a number of reasons, a vacuum truck or a backhoe couldn't be used, so to remove the scrap metal, a shovel and a bucket would be used. And this required the two technicians to actually climb into the pit and begin shoveling out the dime-sized pieces of scrap metal into 5-gallon buckets, which would be transported to a nearby container. But eventually, the metal was so compressed that the shovel would not push through. The technicians looked at each other and thought it was time to use our hands. There was no doubt about it. This was grueling work. One Advanced Waste Services technician was in the pit, hand scooping the dime-sized pieces of metal scrap into a 5-gallon bucket, while the other technician exchanged full buckets for empty ones and grabbed the full bucket and dumped it into a nearby container. Once the scrap metal was removed, about 8 exhausting hours later, the remaining oil and oil sludge was removed with our vacuum truck. I thought your guys were outstanding, very personable and easy to work with. This definitely was not a fun job for them, the operations manager shared with our team after the project. I also really appreciated that they took the time to clean the area before leaving. The project was a success. The floor plates were reinstalled, the press was reseated, and the lip was flushed to the ground. No trip hazard. The safety and production issues had been eliminated.